when you look at an issue like healthcare, an issue like affordability, has the administration done enough to help the quality of people's lives?
At this point, inflation is stabilizing sort of, but prices have not come down at all.
The job market is weakening.
Job market is still extremely difficult.
Right.
Wages have not gone up. Health insurance premiums are going to go up. Car insurance goes up every year. People's homeowners insurance goes up. Rent is going up. Young people have no hope of buying a home. And then when they try to buy a home, they end up, like I said, competing with like Blackstone or somebody else.
The average home buyer now is 38 years old. It just came out.
Right.
The average home buyer, 38.
On the flip side, baby boomers can't sell their homes.
Right.
They pay massive capital gains taxes. They don't know, like, well, what do I move to? How do I downsize? I can't replace what I have.
Right.
So there are problems on both ends.
Right.
These are the issues that matter so much to Americans. These are the issues. I know people that literally, some of my own personal family members, some of my own personal friends, they're getting by month to month, charging up their credit cards. Literally, that's how they're getting by, charging up their credit cards. And no, all I've seen is a revolving door of foreign leaders in the White House. That's all I've seen.
Qatar.
Of course.
Israel, all these different countries that are positioning themselves as, as partners of, America.
Right. And so I do appreciate the president's efforts. He's trying to end wars. He's also trying to make it fair again for American trade. But at the same time, that is bumpy. It's bumpy.
It's bumpy.
And I'm talking to major manufacturing companies they're saying we support the president. We support what he's trying, his long-term goal, but we're having problems with these tariffs. And now we're having problems. We can't get supplies from this country and we can't get supplies from this country. And there's problems, but have regular people's bank accounts been affected? Has the stress come off? No, that has not happened yet. And that needs to be the major focus. It shouldn't be about helping your crypto donors or your AI donors or welcoming in these people that hated you and spent money to try to beat you, but all of a sudden are excited to come out to the new Rose Garden patio.
Yes.
That shouldn't be the focus. The focus should be the people that showed up at the rallies, stood there for freaking 18 hours trying to get in the rain, in the cold, in the 100-degree heat. For those people, those are the ones that I care about. Those are the ones that voted for not only the president, but every single Republican gave us power. I don't think those people are being served.
And that's the constituency. That's
right.
The one that matters.
To me, that's the only one that matters.
That's the only one that matters.
That's the only one that matters.
You're not concerned if Sam Altman has enough money, or Elon, or the Tim Cook, or Mark Zuckerberg.
No.
They seem to be doing fine.
They're doing just fine.
They seem to be doing fine. Why do so few people talk like you're talking? And when people say things like this, it's very obviously popular with people that are looking for anyone to have these thoughts, right? Like some people would accuse you and they go, that sounds socialist. That sounds,
right.
There's a lot of people that'll come out and go, you sound like a socialist. You sound like Bernie Sanders. You're using words that people can, liken to Marxism or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people will say that. What happened to you? That's the narrative right now.
That is
what
the
happened,
narrative.
right? What happened to Marjorie? This is what people are saying. Like, people are saying what happened to Marjorie Taylor Greene.
It's the funniest thing to me.
Yeah.
Because you know what it is?
Yeah.
I'm literally, nothing happened to me.
Right. Right.
I'm saying the same thoughts and feelings that I've always had.
Yeah.
But I'm not willing to wear the Republican jersey.
Right.
And I'm not willing to be a cheerleader. I'm not a cheerleader.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be a cheerleader. Here's the thing is, so for example, okay, let's take health insurance for example. I'm a conservative, and I can say we're $37 trillion in debt. We cannot afford a socialized healthcare plan in America. We literally cannot. But at the same time, I can say we sent almost $300 billion to Ukraine. We sent $30 billion to Israel in 2024 alone. I can say we definitely should extend these ACA tax credits, and we need to build an off ramp because it'll cost $30 billion a year to do it. We can build an off ramp and open up a new system that will serve every American.
Act.
Yeah.
Right.
So my conservative friends will say, Marjorie, no, we cannot do that. We cannot spend that money on that. But I'm not willing to allow millions of Americans, people I personally know, constituents in my district, I'm not willing to allow their premiums to double and triple overnight starting in January of 2026. I'm willing to say, no, we're going to have to fund it, but we're going to have to build an off ramp and build into a new system. And that's not me being a socialist. That's not me going against my conservative values. That's saying, stop sending the money to all these foreign countries and let's actually spend it on Americans and actually fix the system.
Hello guys, welcome to the show. I hope everyone is doing just fine. And please do us a favor by liking the video, share it, and also subscribe to this channel because we will appreciate that so much. And let's just discuss about this because I think that this is one of those things that people don't take seriously, but it's really important. And people must be very careful about it, or people must pay careful attention to it. Have you guys realized that the more the rich have gotten richer, the poor have only gotten poorer? That the more the likes of Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, um, Mark Zuckerberg, Tim Cook have gotten so much money, even this other one, is it Bill Gates? The more they have gotten hundreds of billions, we the common people can barely eat. It is becoming something that people are now waking up to. Like everything has gotten a lot more expensive. And you ask yourself, why are they squeezing us to the bones? Why are they so rich and we are so poor? Now, some of you might say it's because they are productive, it's because they are smart, it's because they create a means of something. They have created something that we are all using, and that is why they are super rich and we are broke, that they deserve to be rich. I'm not disputing that. They deserve to be rich. That's true. But if you ask yourself that are we not also productive? We are. We are doing things. Now, the reason they are rich is not because they are way more productive than we are. That's not the reason. They might be a little bit smarter than we are. That's true. That's for sure. But the reason they are rich is not because they are super effective in what they do or they are way more productive than we. The reason is because they control the means of supply. They control the means of money. They control every single thing. And when someone controls the means of production, they have a means to squeeze the people below them out of everything. When they control the means of production, they can bribe government officials to make laws that favors them. And when those laws favor them, they have a means to squeeze us out of everything. It's not about being fair. It's not about being smart. It's not about being intelligent. It's not about being productive or more effective than other people. The system is rigged. The system is broken. The system is now like a revolving door between politicians and billionaires. It's not just only in the West that we see things like this. Even in my beloved continent, Africa, we see things like this all the time. Our politicians are in bed with the elites, who are in bed with the religious people, the pastors. When we go to church, the pastors will tell us that God created all of us in his own image, and we are all equal in the eyes of the Lord, and we deserve to live freely, to live happily, that God gave us all these rights, and no one can take it away from us. After saying all this, they asked us to pay tithe and donations to them that they use to invest in themselves and become super, super rich. And we do that and go home and starve and go hungry. Some of us cannot afford to have a place to lay our heads in the night. And when we want to talk, they will tell us not to be too serious about things, to let God be in charge, that God knows why things are happening to us the way they are happening, that we should let God be in control. They make us become so useless. They make us become so powerless, so ineffective, so reactive instead of proactive. They tell us that justice or vengeance belongs to the Lord. And if our politicians are not treating us well, we should pray that God either, change their hearts, or God visit vengeance upon them. We should pray. All we can do is pray. There was this popular man of God, Enoch Adeboye, who was doing 100 days fasting and praying for, is it inflation or insecurity? The other guy, Paul Enoche, he also a multimillionaire, was doing a never-ending fasting and praying for security. How can we just fast and pray for security? Are we really losing our minds or what? How do you even think that this is possible? That you can just fast and pray and things came to be? Is that really possible? Like what is wrong with us? What is really wrong with us? But for some reason, we follow. The politicians have corrupted the preachers and have made the preachers their bodies, and now the preachers are using the Bible to convince us, to make us totally powerless entities. That is sad. So I hope that a day will come when we as a people will realize that we are not powerless, but very powerful. And that power doesn't lie in the hands of the elites or the politicians, but in the hands of us, the people. That we, the people, are more powerful than the elites. That the elites are only powerful when we, the people, let them be. I hope and pray that a day comes when we come to this realization. I really hope so. For the good of us all, I really hope so.